Good evening, Rams. I'm Jen Platero.
And I'm Ren Wadsworth. Welcome back to school, CSU. There's been a lot of news over the summer, so let's get into it.
There has been a lot of news over the summer, as Ren said, so why don't we take a look? So it's likely you've heard the story regarding Jacob Blake in the news. Here we take a deeper look at what students at CSU have to say about it. The event started off with multiple speakers addressing the previous incidents of police brutality cases being overlooked and disregarded. Students dressed in black demanding justice. Since the end of May, several protests sparked throughout all 50 states with the death of George Floyd. This civil unrest began in Minneapolis and has spread throughout America as more incidents regarding police brutality surface on the internet. With approximately 47,000 demonstrators averaging about 100 a day, protest turnouts have resulted in dozens to tens of thousands in about 1,500 in small towns and large cities. Students at CSU and community members have efforts beyond these marches need to be made in order to instill change. These protests are setting in motion a period of widespread demand for social and political change in America as well as around the world.
The Cameron Peak Fire is now understood to be the largest wildfire to exist in Colorado. Last Friday, it reached nearly 23,000 acres in size. Even with over 700 personnel involved in firefighting efforts, the fire still remains at 0% contained. No homes or people have been harmed. However, the situation could get deadly. While the blaze continues to spread, experts are keeping a close eye on Rocky Mountain National Park as it is less than a mile away from the edge of spreading flames. After nearly 3 weeks of burning, the cause of the fire still remains under investigation. As it is only 30 miles from Fort Collins, CSU is continuing to monitor the situation.
College students, making a major part of the population of Larimer County, are struggling with food insecurity. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, the statistic comes after Paul Donnelly, the communications director for the local food bank, said food uncertainty could increase to 55%, reaching roughly 18,000 people in the town of Fort Collins. That being said, CSU's program Rams Against Hunger is doing everything they can to help students in need. This semester, the program will operate a food pantry 3 times a week out of the LSC. This will be open from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Wednesday and Thursdays, and 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Fridays. The program helps to take away the stigma connected to food insecurity and aims to help as many students as possible.
Life at Colorado State University looks different than what many students are used to or what they were expecting this year. CSU has implemented a lot of precautions to keep both students and staff safe as they return to campus.
The spread of coronavirus has changed the way universities across the country are functioning. However, that's not stopping students from coming back to campus.
I mean, I've been here twice since the semester started, so it's different.
Okay, it's a lot more quieter than before.
Colorado State has created a new, safer system of learning and living, allowing students to return to classes in person for the fall semester. Modifications for health restrictions, such as smaller class sizes and social distancing, are in effect and are enforced in the hopes the school can limit the spread of COVID-19. Sanitary stations are also posted by various entryways of classrooms and buildings. But the most apparent change that has come to campus is the mandatory mask ordinance that both the state of Colorado and CSU require for citizens to wear. Students and staff here at CSU are expected to wear a mask while both indoor and outdoors, while in public spaces such as CSU's campus grounds.
I'm late to class today because I forgot my mask, so I had to go somewhere in the LC, find a mask.
I think for me personally, it's been a bit more challenging because we're required to wear masks, and since I relive, it just makes it hard for me to hear and to understand what people are talking about.
Even with all the changes continuing to come to Colorado State University, the slogan, "Rams take care of Rams," has never been so true. Ren Wadsworth, CTV, Channel 11.
Colorado State University is following the CDC's guidelines for actions having to do with COVID-19. For updates, you can visit cdc.gov.
Members of the Denver community will be gathering at the Colorado State Capitol from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on this coming Saturday, demanding justice for the lives lost in the fire a few weeks ago. On August 5th, a home was engulfed in flames, resulting in the death of 5 people, one of whom was CSU graduate Jabril Deal. Denver police are still continuing to investigate. Currently, 3 masked suspects are thought to be responsible. They are offering $14,000 to anyone with information regarding this homicide.
CSU continues their green initiative, choosing to focus on a new biology integration institute called Emerge. This comes after Colorado State was one of the 14 universities from around the world to be awarded $12 million by the National Science Foundation. Emerge, otherwise known as Emergent Ecosystem Response to Change, will work to explore the ecosystem and climate interactions. Both Jenny Cross, a professor at CSU's Department of Sociology, and Kelly Wrighton, associate professor of the soil, are co-principal investigators on the project. They are looking forward to what change can be brought to the table and can't wait to begin.
Ever heard of the chemical ethylene? Well, you wouldn't be the first. A research team, including scientists from CSU, have discovered a way in which certain bacteria generate a chemical that could potentially produce plastics without the use of fossil fuels. Ethylene is a gas, and when produced in large quantities, this gas replaces fossil fuels in the production of plastic. According to research conducted in Tabitha's lab at Ohio State, scientists were able to discover rhodospirillum bacteria in novel metabolic reactions generate ethylene gas. Though it is unclear if the development of ethylene will continue to expand, this was a step towards finding the key components in plastic production without the use of fossil fuels.
Flu season is right around the corner, and as it approaches, the CDC urges Americans that now, more than ever, it's vital to get your flu shot. While COVID-19 numbers continue to grow, healthcare providers say that flu shots are critical and hope to lower the number of patients dueling both the flu and the virus at the same time. Many pharmacies are already offering flu shots at little to no cost to patients, and in Larimer County, Banner Health will hold drive-through clinics beginning this Wednesday, while UC Health began offering the shots to patients earlier today. At Colorado State University's Health and Medical Center, flu shots are now available with an appointment. And they're not accepting walk-ins this year. To schedule an appointment with the CSU Health Center, you can call 970-491-7121.
If you are missing that famous Colorado snow and can't wait for summer to end, you might not have to wait for very much longer. As of last night, there have been reports of snow on high peaks in Colorado. Some areas that receive a dusting included Breckenridge, Telluride, and Aspen. Some ski areas have even taken this to a go-ahead to begin making snow themselves within the month, according to a news release from Loveland Ski Resort. However, apparently, if you live in elevations lower than 12,000 feet, you can expect to keep waiting approximately 5 weeks before you see any snow. But cold fronts are moving into Colorado, and Cameron will tell you more about what you can expect to see and when you should start breaking out your fall closet after the break.
Labor Day weekend in Fort Collins may look different for those planning to spend time out at Horsetooth Reservoir. As of early July, the popular area's water levels have been dropping significantly. Nearly 4 feet per week, now the levels have reached a new low of only 60%, from 97 at the beginning of the season. Despite the drop, boat ramps will still be usable throughout the holiday weekend. But come mid-September, the levels will be too low. This is due to a lack of rain during an unusually hot and dry summer. Well, Rams, that's all we have for tonight.
But don't go anywhere, because we will have entertainment news coming up next.